Let us look at why choosing the right career is important. What do you think about that, Nataki?
You see, your career is a big part of your life, yes? And so if something's so big, you definitely want to get it right. And I can tell you from my own experience, when you get it wrong,
It's not nice.
it's not nice.
It's not nice.
So it's definitely important for you to get it right. And
Get
there
it
are
right.
ways and things you need to do to ensure that that happens. Because definitely, you don't want to end up like me,
And me.
reaching at a stage in your life when you realize that what you have chosen to do or what it is you find yourself doing for many, many years
It's
is
not
not
something
something
that
that you
yeah.
enjoy. It's not something that gives you pleasure. It becomes so monotonous and boring and it drags you down knowing that you have to get up and do the same thing every day
Yeah.
over and over and you don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
So it's definitely important for you to get it right.
For those persons who are like us, it's not too late to
I
get
know,
it right.
Yes.
Hence the reason for this video. We're here to, learn together.
Yes,
How-
because we're still trying to work
Yeah,
on getting it
how
right
we
for
get it.
ourselves.
Right.
Yeah.
No, for most of us, because I won't say all, we grew up, and throughout basic school, or not basic school probably would have been too young. Maybe like primary school into high school, your teachers would ask, what is it that you want to
be when you
become?
grow up. They do it in basic school now,
They do
because they
it.
have career day and you have to
Right,
dress up
true.
like whatever and whatever.
And everybody had the lawyer, the doctor, the teacher, the Indian, the chief. Yeah?
Why do people say that?
Some persons actually
Yeah.
what they chose at that stage
Is what they
is what
definitely
they
want to do.
became, right? Or become. And you have the other rest away where everybody want to be teacher at one stage in them life, where when we reach high school and we were now introduced to the new vacations, we would say, no, all right, somebody about want to be that or that. And somehow we too, we're friends say we want to do this.
I would do it because
And
of
that we
friends.
want to do too.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
And I don't know where I fall.
Yeah, so for me, there was a point where I was so stressed out because, like you said, you get to this point and you hear people saying, okay, I want to do this, and they know exactly what they want to do, and they know the subjects that they need to study to go and do this particular thing. I'm clueless, I'm lost. I didn't know what I really wanted to do, and I thought something was wrong with me.
Can I tell you right now that I still don't know for sure what it is that I want to do. I know the things that I like doing, but for me to choose a profession, I still don't know what it is that I want to do. So if you are like us,
Yeah, so that is why we want to delve into some
Yeah.
of the things that are recommended for you to do when you
To
find
do
yourself in a position, like that.
this, yeah.
So first let us look at what a career is. I look for a definition, and it said that a career is an occupation undertaken for a significant period of a person's life with the opportunities for progress. So let us note and point out some important things inside this
Yeah.
definition. Now, it is something that is undertaken for a significant portion of your life, which
Yeah.
is why you have to get it right.
Yes.
It's something that takes up a lot of your time, a lot of your years, so you want to make sure that you're getting it right. Then it also talks about the opportunities for progress.
For progress.
Do
And if
not-
there is no progress,
It's not a career.
it's not a career.
Don't go take up the dead end.
You
something.
did get that in a high school?
No.
Them be teaching us in a high school because them me never
Maybe
get
me
that in
didn't
a
miss
high
the-
school.
the interpretation
Maybe me,
or-
me no
me no
know.
know.
Maybe that eat bubble gum run in back of classroom. Me no know. Me never get that.
Right. And so if it is that the thing does not have an opportunity for progress, because by now we are now at the point where we know that if you take something that have you stuck one place for
Yeah.
how many years, oh my God.
you
It
start
is just-
hating it. Yeah. And you
it's
don't want to
just
do it
overwhelming.
anymore.
And
And that's
you
where a
don't
lot
do
of us
well at
are.
it.
Right.
You
So a
stop
lot of
doing
us
well at your
would
job.
drag ourselves out of beg for go work a man in time because what?
Just because you want to get the money.
Yeah.
So what we're saying is that first thing you do, don't just go look at work.
No.
And this is especially for the younger persons coming out of high school, coming out of college. A lot of us nowadays, young persons are saying, okay, I don't need to go to college.
Yeah.
Come out of school and just go look and work. The BPO, them, like here in Jamaica, the BPOs are the place to go, and everybody just wants to run to go there to make some money.
But look at this too. Before we even go there, when we left high school or while we were in high school, we were taught that we should get enough subject so that we can go to get a good job,
Yes.
or
Yes.
get enough subject to further your education, meaning go to college or heart or whatever it is,
tertiary
right?
education.
No, there are so many things that beats us when it comes on to that. And everybody have money fee, go tertiary.
Exactly.
Level.
That is one of the biggest challenge that we have right here.
Right. And for the persons who do have that opportunity and the privilege to go, you go there and you spend your millions and
Yes.
it is worth nothing.
Because in a lot of cases, that happens, especially when you chose something like myself, because he and I both went to college.
Yeah.
And now when I look back at it, I'm like, Jesus, please,
Why would you
why me
choose
spend
this?
me 5 years of college? Because I did college part-time. So unlike some people where it
Like
took
4
3 and
year.
4 years, it took me 5. And my how much in millions of dollars. And now I'm here looking like, what was it for? It wasn't
was
worth
it
it.
for?
Because now I'm looking at it and I'm saying maybe I should have studied something else, because this area that I chose, which for me it was business administration on a general level, and I chose it because in my mind I always have a passion for business.
Right.
Yes. And so even though I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do,
You know it was-
I
yeah,
figured
that field.
that taking on business administration would just,
It's wide enough.
It's wide enough to cover everything business related. And so I thought I was doing it right. So I didn't just get up and do it wrong. I really thought I was doing
Yeah.
it right. But then afterwards, I'm looking back now and realize, okay, I didn't exactly get this right.
Yeah.
And there were things that I could have done differently to make sure that whatever I ended up doing would be right
Yeah.
for me. You understand?
So a lot of us, we spend our money and we go college and we get one little job, because remember, the aim is really to get a job, because now your parents start threatening you, say you need to come out of them house and you need to start fend for yourself. Because
Right.
We want to come in much o'clock at night now, so come out of my house.
Yeah, you become big
Yeah.
people and you need to get your own life.
Right.
And so, and then, when you grow up in certain situations, because not everybody have, a trust fund or an education plan
Right.
put down for them from they were,
Right.
younger. So some of us, we were, and it's not any fault of our parents, it's just because they could not afford it. And so many people are like that. And you know that, okay, now I'm going to be at an age where I need to start helping mommy. You understand?
Yes.
Instead of depending on her to
Right.
help me do everything.
So you
it's
need to go
now.
find a
So
job.
that's what pushes a lot of people to just go and find a job. As long as it's going to pay you.
And majority of us is entry level
Jobs. And a lot
right?
of them don't have the opportunity for progress.
Right.
So it's not a career.
All right then. So we have so many levels that we can look at. We can look at the people who just left school, went straight into a job. We can look at the persons who actually did go and get
Go to college and get
a
tertiary
degree
education.
and still can't get a job to match up to what they studied. And we have the persons who now did get one little opportunity where your family, somebody working in our institution, and them say,
They help you out.
let me just give you one little work. But still, it's not a career. It's just a job.
Right. And sometimes we're not going to say to you, don't go take no job and don't go look no work.
Right.
Because sometimes that's what you have to do at the
Yeah.
time. Because for me, I definitely had to be working to pay the school fee. You understand me?
Yeah.
I didn't get student loan or anything like that. Where parents could help me here and there, they would, put in a little thing, but I had to do it. I had to work and go to school. And so if that's what you have to do, then you have to do it. But you must have a goal in mind for where it is that you are going at the end of that.
So the
if you
next
have to do
step
it,
for
do it.
you have to think about the next step for you.
Definitely.
If you are now in an entry level job and you need to You know, say if you never did go college, no, you need to start look that way.
Or make sure that, even though you take an entry-level job, you go to college, because a lot of times, we have people who they intended to have to go on to tertiary education, but then they get the job, get all souped up and caught up and excited and feeling
Busy,
good.
yeah.
I'm big now, I'm making my own money and all of that. And then along the way, your goal of going to college, you push it back, push it back until you find yourself in trouble.
Yeah.
You understand me? Because you're gonna get bored. You're gonna find yourself thinking, can't do this no more or something. You understand me? So what we want to say to you today is that in order to find this career, from where you are as a teenager in high school, should do the necessary research.
Yeah.
And as a young adult who may have even already taken a job but need to know, put yourself back in the position to take on a career, you need to first assess yourself.
Have to.
What
we mean by that?
We're saying do what they call or what they teach you in school. Well, some of you younger persons, I don't know if they start telling you about SWOT analysis. You're going to be doing a personal SWOT analysis. They also tell you about career aptitude tests, things that, help you to find the fit, the career fit for you. And as you rightly mentioned earlier, that of things that you enjoy doing, things that you would like to do. And that is what you're going to put right into it.
Your strengths.
Yeah, man. So your strengths, you look for your weaknesses. So if you have certain weaknesses, when you're doing this SWOT analysis, if you have certain weaknesses, like for me, my aunt wanted me so much to be a nurse.
Yeah.
I can't deal with blood. I can't deal with blood and certain things. So definitely, being a nurse is not for me.
It's not for you.
I'm going to drop down on the job, make a faint or something. I mean, my hands literally get weak when I see somebody get a cut or whatever. So how make a bandage it up and all these things?
Yeah.
I can't do that. That's
you
not
have
for
to
me.
know your own strengths.
You understand me? So you're going to assess yourself, do the SWOT analysis, use the career aptitude test, and see what it is that you like to do and what fits you.
What suits you.
Yeah, man. So when you do that, so whatever level you are at, you can do it. So it's like you said earlier, it's not too late. It doesn't matter where you are. It's not too late.
It's never too late.
It's not too late. My mother is a prime example of that. My mother was between 30 and 32 years old when she went to Teachers College. She started at that age. She never finished at that age. She started. I was already in high school at the time when my mother started college.
School.
Yep. And my mother is now a teacher for how many years now? You understand me? So it's not too late. So many people have done it.
Yeah.
And so if you are in that position, you can do it too.
Yeah. One of the other things that you need to do is do a research on the multiple careers that are out there. Listen, it's not just the police, the teacher, the soldier, the doctor, the lawyer.
All those traditional jobs.
As you said, traditional. There are so many other career paths that we can take. And listen, with this, the world of new technologies and so we are coming, the more job we are creating.
So many different things for us to do.
Right? No, not just make a list of it. Research what it really entails.
Yes.
The
so that
details
you are
of it.
aware.
So you're aware of it. And maybe in reading, you're going to say, I might like this,
You discover something new that you didn't know even
existed. You discover something that you might actually like. We are so used to the idea because it's a picture that's in our head, I think.
Society paints that picture.
So, you dress up and you're going to the office, you sit around a computer, you're able to type, you're able to go and print something at a printer. That's not the only job out there.
Right.
It's not the only job out there.
So we just allow you to be relaxed and comfortable.
And not everybody will be working in an office space.
Right.
Get that
out in the field.
Yeah, man.
The other day I learned about this career where the people, what they do, they are, what do you call those people again? They deal with they're environmentalists. They're always outside in the dirt.
Yeah.
Doing tests using chemicals and the different things in the
air and the pressure
and I'm like, oh my God, that looks so nice.
Yeah.
He was out there in nature doing all kinds of things. And this was never something that I would have thought in my wildest dream was a career that you could take on.
Me, I watched some show the other day and I say, chemist.
Yes.
We now look on it.
That's what my sister wants to be, a biochemist.
All right then. Maybe
At
back in
my at
school.
her level, me never did know her name, sir.
When me in high school, if me think about chemist, I might think about a mix two liquid formula together and the place a blow up, but like volcano style.
Einstein.
Like
Mad
being a
scientist you are
chemist
think
is,
about.
you know what I find interesting, and it's a job that I would actually do. Being a DEA.
Oh yes, yeah.
I actually like searching for things and putting clues together. And stuff. Me never think about that in high school.
Because we never had, and that is why you have to research. We never had the knowledge of these
We
things.
didn't have it.
You understand me? So when you start to research the different types of careers and you start to find some things that you did not know existed,
Yeah.
then you start to realize that, okay,
I don't
I'm
have
not
to
so
do
limited
that.
after all.
Right, you're
You know,
not.
and you maybe, as I said, like me, at the stage where you thought that, okay, something was wrong with you because you didn't know exactly that you wanted to be a doctor, a teacher, this or that or that. But it may be that you are one of those persons who are just different, and these traditional things
It's
are
just
regular.
not for you.
It's not for you. There's
That is so
something
true.
else out there
That is
for
so
you.
true. That is
There
so
is
true.
something else out there for you, and you just need to find what it is.
One thing I know for sure that I always knew about myself and always knew I would just have to end up in it is something relating to media.
Okay.
So at least I'm gonna get the platform.
I know, right?
To do something like that. You understand me? I say, but trust me, if
Yes.
somebody should stop me right now on the road and ask what you want to become, they're gonna
Even
stare
now,
at them in the eye.
yeah, even now, I still have that challenge sometimes, and I think about it. You just wonder, okay, why can't I just say, okay, this is it?
Yeah, why can't I pinpoint that one thing?
It seems that for me, it's not just any one thing.
It's
Maybe
not
that's just it.
exactly.
It's not just any one thing, because I'm a person who sometimes I don't like monotony. I
Yeah.
don't like doing one thing over and over and over again. After a
What
while,
is
it annoys
important,
me.
you know, what is important, even if you don't know what it is, the important thing is this. Whatever you're doing, make sure that you love it.
Yes, definitely.
That's the
because
important
That
thing.
is what's gonna keep you going.
Yes.
So even when you're tired, because what you're doing is something that you enjoy so much, you won't even realize that you're tired. You keep going even when you want to rest. Some people work until, I know of a lady, I don't know how many hours of sleep she gets per day, because she's just always doing what she does. I'm gonna say, when do you sleep?
If you do the things you love, you never work a
A
day
in your life. That's a popular saying that they have
It
now.
is.
Because you enjoy, you're working, you know, and you're making your money, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But the way how you're enjoying it,
it's
you don't
not,
realize that you're working.
You're not
it's
stressing
not like work.
over it.
It's not like, oh God, me
Yeah,
have to go.
this
You know
again.
this term that I hate? When the man them say, I go up on the slave, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, like, why should I think about my job, the thing that I do so much, as slavery? Yeah, black people come with a slave.
Are
We
we?
come with a slave.
Anyways. Anyways.
Black History Month.
I'm just saying, listen, we have to find out one thing that we love.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to
Explore.
be nothing in a sit down in our office.
Yeah.
Just find out one thing that you
And
love.
technology puts things right at your fingertip right
Fingertips.
now. It allows us to be a lot more creative. So do the research. That's what we're saying. Do the research. So you're gonna first so you're gonna go to the large list, looking at everything that is out there. Then you start narrowing down the list to things
So you
that more
strike off.
suit you.
You
Yes.
strike off the
Pick out
things
things
now.
that more suit you.
Yeah.
And you're still gonna find yourself with probably about 10 or 20 things
Yeah.
to choose from. And from that short list, you make an even
shorter
shorter
list.
list that is more suitable and fitting to you, and it shows you, okay, what subjects, what things I need to study. So
You
whether
need
it's
to
subjects
do,
in high school
right.
or courses in college that you need to do.
Because you need to be teachable now.
Yes, to ensure that you are able to be qualified for this job that you want.
Right, because you can't
understand
just
me?
look one time and say, I'm going to
Yeah,
become this.
you don't
have
just
to make sure
snap
so
your
you're
finger and
qualified.
become
Not
it.
right.
That's not how it works.
So you still have to go educate yourself on this job. And there's
Yes.
another thing that you need to do too. You need to try and get the experience. And experience don't mean say,
Oh my God, I hate hearing that word so much.
I hate it too, but then there are other ways of getting the experience, and it's through volunteering your service. If you know
So
that,
you have
if you know
internships
some, right,
and things like that.
if you know of a place that offers the service of you just coming here for come look on,
Observe how
and
they do
observe
it.
how them do it. Nobody think about the money yet. Just
Yes.
get the experience and then
Because
you
you're
build.
building your career. The
You're
career is not something
building.
that's happened like that. You
Yeah.
have to build. And so even as you said that, the same kind of thing where you're gonna meet with people who are in the field that you're interested in.
Yeah.
You know, talk to them about what it's like. You know, because they're in it, they have the experience. So what you have in your mind may not be exactly what it is.
Right.
So when you speak to people who are in it, they can advise you as to the ins and outs, the ups and downs, the things that you may not expect. You understand me? And it gives you more to work with, so it can narrow down exactly what it is that you need to do.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
No, is there anything else that we need to tell them to do? Because know that you have researched all of the possible career paths and you shortlist your thing and you work towards.
Yeah, and so I guess when you pick whatever it is that you have decided that this is it, you move on to taking on the studies or whatever you need to do to fit yourself in that position. One of the things we have a challenge with here in Jamaica is that a lot of times, the job is not readily available for you or to you when you are through. So if it means, and our Prime Minister might not agree with me here, if it means that you're going to have to go overseas to put yourself out there, then maybe that's what you're going to have to do at first. Because if the job is not available here, what are you going to do?
You can't limit yourself.
We'll find ourselves trapped. We don't want to be the ones that brain drain the country. But if there is no opportunity for me here, Mr. Prime Minister, what must I do? I'm not supporting people going away but I'm just saying sometimes that is the only option you have because there's nothing else for you. I also want to say to people, have fun doing your career research.
Yeah.
Have fun doing it. So just as we're saying, we want you to pick something that's going to allow you to have fun working and living and being. Have fun, doing the research. Don't make it be something that's stressful. A lot of times we become anxious and so scared of what is unknown and what is out there, and it stresses you out.
That is one of the biggest fear for majority of us, because especially when you find something that say, oh my God, my mother actually like doing this, you're gonna say, but Jesus Christ, I wonder if, and the if them start pop up in your head.
It does. But if you put yourself in a position, as we say, start by researching and doing the different things, and as you research, you'll find out more things. You'll find out, how can I get this opportunity to do this? And, you'll find out more things along the way. So do the research and it will help you. Because when you have the knowledge, when you have the information, it is power.
It is.
And it puts you in a position to be able to handle yourself better. Because when you don't know stuff and the unknowns are there and so many questions are there, it makes you feel flustered. Fear. You feel anxious. All kinds of things begin to happen.
Yeah.
So start working on it, and you'll find out how you can get scholarships for those people who need scholarships. Because some people, their career is gonna lead them into some big money studies, and they don't have the first dollar, But you find out how you can get scholarships and find out what you need to do to be granted these scholarships, or where you need to go to study this particular thing.
Yeah. Suppose
it's not offered here in Jamaica. There are so many different things that it entails. And we're saying start by doing the research.
And that there's one thing that I learned, I don't remember if it was like a year ago, that we actually have a lot of platforms where we can get scholarships from. It's just not.
You just don't know.
I'm going to try and link the thing below. I think I got it the other day when I was at a training, because we have some, I don't remember, it's a ministry that offers scholarships. It's just that it's not here. You have to fly out for most of them.
Okay.
But I'm going to
because sometimes what too?
Ministry of Finance. Yeah. If you go on them website, they have a lot of scholarships.
Nice.
And a lot of scholarships.
It's like I said, there are some things that people want to do that it's offered more overseas. And you have a lot of overseas schools that offer scholarships as well to international people. Yeah. And what you can do from that, you can go there, study, acquire the knowledge and come back to your country to build the country from what you have learned. And one of the things that I want to leave, if I say nothing else after this, is that your career is a big part of who you are, but it's not who you are. It's not all that defines you. So whilst you are, doing all of what you do, remember to still live, to still be, to be more than just your career. And I say that because a lot of people, they find themselves caught up in whatever it is that they do so much that they can't see themselves as anything outside of it.
Yeah.
And that is not the way to live your life. And I have my reasons for saying that, but this is probably for another topic. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have for now to say about choosing
If
the
you
right
have
career?
not taken anything away from this particular episode, for the persons who already are established in a job, please remember that it's not the end. You still can
Yes.
switch careers.
Yes.
So this is really for the persons who literally start working, went straight out of school or college into a job and not satisfied. You still can switch careers. So
Never
just
too
do
late.
your research, switch careers.
Never too
Never too late.
Yes.
So if that's it,
Yeah, I think so.
we will say right here, if you're here for the first time, go ahead and
Subscribe.
subscribe, like and
Share
share
with your
this,
friends.
because a lot of persons need to hear
Yes,
this.
people need to hear this.
A lot of people need to hear
People need to
this.
know that they're not alone because so many people are going through the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so share it. And remember, this audio is available in all the podcasts that are out there. So if you can't watch on YouTube, you can listen on whatever medium that you have available to you. So yeah, that is it for us today.
We will see you next
time.
week.